The world-breaking clash between Sukuna and Gojo just shocked everyone. And the twist in the end was absolutely insane, so definitely stick around until the end of this video. The battle is finally reaching its climax, no one is safe, and the entire world is on the line, so let's get into it. You guys know how this works. If you enjoy our JJK content and you want to see more in the future, leave a quick like and comment right now to help me out with that YouTube algorithm. And if you want to help us become a special grade anime channel by hitting 2 million subscribers on YouTube, do me a quick favor and subscribe right now. Every subscription counts. Finally, this video will contain Jujutsu Kaisen manga spoilers, so please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Now, in the previous chapter, the 2-on-1 battle of Sukuna and Mahoraga versus Gojo turned into a 3-on-1 battle as Sukuna summoned yet another Shikigami on top of Mahoraga. A Shikigami known as Merged Beast Agito. Agito is a giant Shikigami who appears to be a fusion of two other Shikigami, Nue and Divine Dog Totality, although as it turns out that's not quite accurate. Stick around for the full truth later on in the video. Gojo then gets 3v1'd by Sukuna and the two giant Shikigami, but Gojo is still holding his own. He even takes the time to mock Sukuna, saying that he looks like a child who is being protected by his two parents. The Viz translation translates this as Gojo saying that Sukuna looks like a lost alien, but I prefer the parents analogy. I think it makes a lot more sense under the circumstances. This kind of insult definitely stings Sukuna because Gojo is making it clear that Sukuna doesn't have the ability to beat him on his own. Sukuna needs the help of these Shikigami. He needs the help of Megumi's technique. We have to remember that this is a clash of two titans, two of the strongest Jujutsu sorcerers in history. And you better believe that both of them want to secure the title of the actual strongest of all time. So, Sukuna definitely isn't happy about Gojo openly questioning his integrity as a fighter. At the end of the previous chapter, Gojo decided that he had no other choice but to destroy Mahoraga with one single attack, Unlimited Hollow. The latest chapter starts off with the spectators who are watching the fight. Yuta decides that he must intervene in order to help Gojo because 3-on-1 just isn't fair. But Kashimo calls him back and tells him not to interfere. Hakari agrees with Kashimo and he tells Yuta to chill out for now. Gojo told them that they had his permission to intervene only if Gojo himself is weakened so much that he becomes weaker than them. However, Yuta says that this might be their best chance to help Gojo defeat Sukuna. Sukuna can't use his domain right now since he's using the 10 Shadows technique, and if Yuta can enter the battle now, he can use Rika to fight off the two Shikigami so that Gojo can at least have a fair one-on-one with Sukuna. Maki believes that if anyone is going to intervene, it should be her. After all, if Gojo really loses, then they're going to need Yuta and Rika as insurance to try and fight against Sukuna. But then again, Yuta thinks that if they intervene now and Sukuna is defeated, then there is no need for insurance at all. This could be their one and only chance to decisively beat Sukuna, and then it's all over. Yuji actually backs Yuta's decision, but Kusakabe tells the kids to get a grip. Meimei then explains that despite the fact that Gojo and Sukuna are fighting each other in the same battle, they actually have different requirements for winning. Gojo just needs to beat Sukuna, because if he can do that, then the other Jujutsu sorcerers, including Yuta, will be able to handle Kenjaku and any other shenanigans that he might be up to. But Sukuna knows that even if he wins against Gojo, he then immediately has to fight Yuta, Kashimo, Hakari, and the others without a break. Hakari adds that because Sukuna knows this, he must have a trump card that he is saving for later. And if they go out now, he might decide to use it against them. Basically, if they provoke Sukuna into using his trump card now, but Sukuna is not sufficiently weakened by Gojo, things could get bad really quickly. Kusakabe believes that even though things look bad now, the current setup has the highest probability of success. As things stand now, Sukuna can't give it his all because he has to worry about Gojo's backup potentially showing up at any time. And Gojo is able to go all out without worrying about others. If Yuta and the others join the fight, then Gojo will be worrying about them and trying to make sure that Sukuna doesn't kill them. After all, some of them are his students and he feels responsible for them. That could actually make it harder for Gojo to win. For his part, Kashimo is a bit less strategic in his thinking. He sees this as a matter of honor. This is Satoru Gojo's fight, and interfering with it would be lame. Back on the battlefield, Gojo is still putting up a valiant fight against the two giant Shikigami. He is dodging and ducking and punching and doing everything he can to make up for the fact that he is clearly outnumbered. He even manages to land a black flash punch on Agito, but the Shikigami heals almost instantly. As it turns out, Agito is not only a fusion of Nue, which inherited Great Serpent, and Totality. Gojo believes that Agito also has the properties of Morn Tiger and Round Deer. And of course, we know that Round Deer has the ability to heal using reverse curse technique. This makes Agito dangerous, since Sukuna can use him to heal himself. Not to mention Morn Tiger, whom we still haven't met, but who likely also has some overpowered abilities. Gojo realizes that, just like with Mahoraga, he will have to destroy Agito in one shot. And so he prepares to do exactly that, although preparing his next move isn't exactly easy, with both Shikigami attacking him relentlessly over and over again. They are attacking so much because Sukuna is trying to prevent Gojo from using purple, and so he's trying to keep Gojo busy at all times. At the start of the fight, Gojo had used purple at over 100% output, and Sukuna was able to survive it because he was 4 kilometers away, and also he was fresh and rested. Right now, Sukuna is not at full strength. The battle is taking its toll even on him, and he is also much closer to Gojo. So Sukuna knows that even purple at just 100% would be fatal for him at this point in time. Sukuna wants the Shikigami to show him what they're truly made of. After all, they no longer serve Megumi. They now serve the King of Curses, Sukuna himself. In the very next moment, Mahoraga's wheel turns again, and suddenly Gojo's right arm is severed at the elbow by an invisible slash. As the stunned Gojo tries to come to terms with the situation, Sukuna looks pleased. The spectators are shocked that Mahoraga seems to now be able to somehow use Sukuna's slashes. And Shoko is extremely worried about Gojo. It was already established in the previous chapters that Gojo is reaching his limit after all those domain expansions and all that reverse curse technique usage, and after all the injuries that he has sustained during this fight. Shoko made it clear that Gojo's healing speed is getting noticeably slower, and such a serious injury will not be easy for Gojo to heal in his current state. The two Shikigami pounce on Gojo, trying to take advantage of the fact that he is now missing an arm. And then even Sukuna gets in on the action. He launches a frontal assault at Gojo along with Mahoraga, and he then kicks Gojo right into the monstrous arms of Agito. But just when it looks like Agito is about to rip Gojo apart, Gojo uses blue at maximum output to absolutely annihilate Agito. The narrator proclaims that 41 seconds from now, Gojo will use Hollow Technique Purple to leave a scar on Shinjuku itself, as this epic battle finally enters its climax. And that is how this insane chapter ends. The final panel of the chapter also appears to show Gojo beginning to heal his right arm, so our boy is not done yet. And man, this is crazy. Even though it wasn't shown in the chapter, the narrator just told us that Gojo will successfully use purple very soon. So does that mean that the battle is about to end? I mean, Sukuna literally said that if Gojo uses purple on him, he will die. So are we supposed to believe that Sukuna only has 41 seconds left to live? Let's be honest, the way that shonen manga sometimes works, those 41 seconds could be stretched out for like 3 chapters. But still, I just don't think that Sukuna is really about to die so soon. Maybe the attack is going to get rid of Mahoraga, but it's still too early for Sukuna to fall. Although this does raise the question, what is next for Sukuna? If Gojo continues to destroy the Shikigami like he just did Agito, what will Sukuna's next strategy be? In this chapter, Sukuna revealed that he is in real danger of dying here at the hands of Gojo. One wrong move and he could be killed. So what's he going to do now? What is Sukuna's trump card that everyone has been talking about? Definitely let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What is the trump card? Also, let's talk a bit about the possibility for interference in this fight. In this chapter, we saw that Yuta nearly intervened, but he was stopped by the others. At what point do you think that they might actually intervene? Or could this idea that Gojo's allies are going to intervene actually be misdirection by Gege? Maybe while we're talking about Yuta and Kashimo and the others intervening in the fight, Kenjaku actually ends up pulling some trick on Gojo. So while we're all waiting for Gojo's allies to jump in, Kenjaku jumps in instead. I mean, come on, Kenjaku is definitely planning something big. He's not just going to sit on the sidelines for the rest of the story. We can't let this epic battle between Sukuna and Gojo distract us from the big picture. And throughout the Jujutsu Kaisen story, Kenjaku has been the one shaping the big picture from the shadows. All in all, this was another incredible action-packed chapter full of tension and intensity, and I can't wait to see what happens next. If you're looking for more epic JJK content to watch next, check out our new video that explains and ranks every special grade sorcerer in Jujutsu Kaisen, link on screen and in the description. If you enjoy our JJK content and you want to see more in the future, leave a quick like right now. And if you want to help us become a special grade anime channel by hitting 2 million subscribers, subscribe right now.